What's up, Ned? I think Ned's probably the weirdest looking character in the game, and it's entirely because of the glasses.
I'm all in a dither, Homer. So many of my possessions have disappeared. I called the police to find the culprit.
Culprit, eh?
My lawnmower, my cooler, my lawn chair, a family portrait, even Rod's inhaler. What kind of sick individual would take this stuff?
Oh no, I borrowed all of Flanders' stuff. Quick, think of an excuse to get out of here. Excuse me, I think I have to go shuck some corn.
Why would you take... Okay, I can see you doing something stupid with Rod's inhaler, because it is Homer. Why would he take a family portrait of the Flanders family? Alright, let's go. Yeah. No. But yeah, this is kind of like the meat of the game. As a kid, super fun. I played through this a bunch as a kid.
I gave it to Barney.
As an adult, it's a fun enough distraction, but it mostly lives on its nostalgia. Which I guess is kind of true of most of the Simpsons games. That said, the Simpsons game might be an exception to that, but I've not played that all the way through. Not on console, at least.
You remember that cooler I gave you for your birthday? Well, Flanders wants it back.
Now what will I use for a toilet?
Remember when Barney went sober and then they had nothing, they had no idea of what to do with the character for a while? And so they essentially just replaced the alcohol addiction to coffee with coffee.
Now I need Flanders' stupid picture of his stupid family.
Watch it, buddy.
Take that!
How'd you like a newspaper upside your head?
Okay, last one. Now where did I leave Rod's stupid inhaler? Duh, on top of the dump truck.
Not really anything to say to that. Do the spin.
Walk! That wasn't part of the deal!
Eh.
Oh, I hope do not press means press right away. Now to return this stuff before the cops find me sitting around talking to myself. Let's roll.
You know, I understand why Road Rage had no roof on the car, or any of the cars, so characters could just jump in like they did on Crazy Taxi. It's weird that there isn't a roof on the car in this game. And there are cars with roofs. Hey, Flanders.
I found your missing stuff. Now, about the reward.
Thanks, neighbor Rooney. Here's your reward. A prayer from the Lord's #1 fan. Our Father in heaven, bless this noble oaf.
Stupid Flanders getting happiness from religion.
Flanders just called Homer an oaf. Alright, now back to home. One day we'll get to work. Oh, hey, look, it's that old... Huh, there's a layering problem there. Does it happen with that one? Does it happen the other way? No, it doesn't. This one is just apparently programmed to overlap this one. Weird. The old trick of having 2D objects just rotate to face the camera. Huh, I'd forgotten that was still a thing in this generation.
Homie, you're late for work. And today's your workplace evaluation with Mr. Smithers.
Ah! You'll find my scorpion farm! Then where will my scorpions live? Only one person can help me. Lenny!
Not Lenny. That was a weird bit. That one bit where, like, oh, you know, something's happened to Lenny, and the kids are like, not Lenny. And then Marge has a picture of Lenny, and I think it's a signed picture. And then it never comes up again. It just happens. It was funny, it was just a weird bit. Whee!
I am excelente! Your driving is adequate,
Hey, Lenny.
but lacks passion.
Hey, Wilma, how about a breakfast churro?
No time. Tell me where to find Mr. Smithers.
Yeah, I think I saw him at the Quickie Mart. More breakfast churros for Lenny.
I'm gonna need a car with a little more junk in the trunk if I'm gonna take him out. I wonder if Barney still has the Plow King.
But what about... Yeah, here we go. Need to buy the Plow King. It's a good thing we have all that money. What about Mr. Plow? Do you still have that? Aren't you wearing the Mr. Plow jacket right now?
Take what you want, sexy leprechaun. Just don't shoot me with that dart gun. Oh.
Whatever.
So the Mr. Plow is actually in this game. It's kind of weird that we don't just get it for this,
If you
though.
ever feel like getting a new set of wheels and you're not picky, just talk to old Gil. He's always got a couple crap boxes to sell.
Gil's a weird character, because Gil is a kind of a fan favourite. But technically, he never appeared in what you would call the golden ages of The Simpsons. He first appeared in episodes like a lot of people would consider... I think like season 9 is considered like the last of the good Simpsons seasons. But Gil appeared after that. Although, I suppose it depends who you ask more than anything. What the good episodes are. Because I'd say season 9 still had some good episodes. But I've also made the argument before that... Yeah, maybe it's not so much that... There we go. Maybe it's not so much that The Simpsons went bad. It went weaker, definitely, but considering The Simpsons was at one point one of the best things on TV, like, there's not really a denying that. You can have people who don't like The Simpsons, but for someone to say The Simpsons was never good is stupid. Because there was a point when The Simpsons was one of the best things on TV. But going from that and dropping down in quality, and it becomes a point that I have thought about that maybe it's not The Simpsons went bad, it just went weaker, and in comparison we call it bad. And it would be really difficult to get an objective opinion on that idea.
Looks harder than it is.
Because like I've seen more modern Simpsons episodes, and I watch them and I roll my eyes at a lot of the stuff they do. But are they actually bad episodes? I don't really know, because in my head I am comparing them to the Simpsons episodes I grew up with, the really good ones.
Plant security to Sector 18.
So it's like, are the later Simpsons episodes bad, or are they just weaker? And it's like, I think one of the best examples in games.
Convertible. I
Oh,
just
nice.
waxed and undercoated.
That's what you get for expecting me to do the job for which I am paid.
I think one of the best examples in games is Twilight Princess. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is... a lot of Simpsons fans will say it's a pretty weak game or a bad game, and it's not. Twilight Princess is a really good game. And I think the issue is, to a lot of people, it's... Oh, the Mr. Sparkle box. I think the issue is, to a lot of people, it's not as good as Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker. And so it's not that it's a bad game, it's just not as good as others in the series. And there's the overreaction of that. It's like, you know, it's not as good as the best. But that doesn't... Oh, it's a Mako. It's not as good as the best, but that doesn't make it a bad game. I mean, hell, you go down from fantastic to really good.
Come and get me. I'll pay you in back.
And does it make the really good game any less worthy of your time? And in the case of Simpsons, you go down from fantastic to fine. And it makes the fine stuff not as good. certainly, and arguably kind of disappointing, but it doesn't make it bad. And that's kind of my point. Is that what The Simpsons has?
How can I sleep with that camera? Oh, sexy girls could be watching me on the internet. Stupid cameras, you should be smashed. I'll destroy you at your power source. It's crashing time.
Well, we're off.
Marge will clean this mess up later. Dinghy goes up. If you're so smart, how come I broke you?
Oh, well. I'll tell you one thing, the game is most definitely at its weakest when platforming is involved. And this isn't necessarily platforming, but there are missions later that are straight platforming.
Stupid like a fox. Marge will clean this
Oh,
mess
there's
later.
one bit in particular I'm thinking of. See, we head over here. Get that.
If you're so smart, how come I broke you? What's this do?
Gets us across there, and we can go back. Yeah.
Stupid like a fox.
And now we can go back to work to go to sleep.
Later.
Well, there's platforming right there. If we want that card. Not even standing on anything now, and God, that was uncomfortable.
I can sell this on
Ooh, the
internet.
inanimate carbon rod. Thankfully, there's no fall damage.
Must never run again.
Alright, let's go have a nap.
Finally, I can get some sleep.
Mindless drones, return to your ugly families.
I'm so talented and good looking.
Wonder what this button does. I should probably just leave that for somebody else to deal with. When you see the Buzz Cola vending machines or the Buzz Cola boxes, I prefer to drive into them, because if you break them on foot, the coins go everywhere, you have to grab them. If you drive into them, the coins will fly to your vehicle. And it just makes them easier to collect. I definitely think... Oh, the tire fire. I definitely think this game does a better job than
Save me, Duffman!
Road Rage when it comes to just showing off various Simpsons references.
Hey, eyes on the road, jerk.
Watch it, buddy.
There we go. There's various stuff like it's Cletus's house. Oh, I forgot there is actually a side mission in every level. Spuckler.
Okay, around town you'll probably run into a few people I like to call losers. Maybe they need a ride, or maybe they need help. Whatever, the point is, once you've helped them out, they will be available to help drive your lazy butt around.
So yeah, I think there's one bonus mission in every level, and you get a new vehicle for it. Like I say, not much in the way of side content. I did actually 100% this game when I was younger. And it really does. It involves grabbing all the cards, doing all the races. I think buying all the vehicles technically counts. And doing all these bonus missions.
Hey, I know you. You're in my dumb guy support group. Mind if I borrow your truck for a while?
No can do, Mr. Fancy Blue Pants. I be gotten to finish up my daily chores, or else Brandine ain't making her muskrat pie tonight.
Fine, I'll help you with your hillbilly chores.
You help me bring in this season's harvest, and I'll take you anywheres you be needing to go. Woohoo! First, most, I want you to go to the gas station, get me some of those cardboard tubes, you know them? I'm gonna build me some indoor plumbing. When you finish with that, knock down all them tobacco plants so the young'uns can clean them up for market.
Alright.
Sweet. Well, it's about time.
Probably my favourite Cletus bit is the, God, what is it? Marge? It might be the episode where Marge is selling pretzels. I think it is, yeah. And she goes to sell some to Cletus. And Cletus has like a coupon. Marge is selling something. And Cletus has a coupon that lets him just have multiple. For either free or for a lower price, I forget. And the whole thing is Cletus calling out all of his children. And it's really great. It's a great bit. I can't remember the name of any of the children. But it's a great bit, it just keeps going and going. It's one of those bits where it's a very difficult piece of comedy to pull off. Where it starts, it's like, yeah, there's nothing really funny about this. And then it goes on for a while. And it's like, oh, that is actually kind of funny now. And then it goes on for longer, and it's like, okay, it's not so funny anymore. But then it goes on for just long enough to come back around to being funny again. And it's a very tricky thing to actually pull off. Family Guy never got the hang of that. Because, you know, if there's one thing Family Guy loved to do, it's overdo gags. I think the best example of that is the gag of people falling over, usually Peter. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, the gag of somebody falling over, usually Peter, and just going, holding his knee. And it goes on for like a full minute, and it's just not funny. And they did that gag so many times.
That was easy as pie.
And there's plenty of other examples of Family Guy doing that wrong, where it's just, this gag has gone on too long and isn't funny.
City boy, I'll help you. You just yell into one of those magic talk boxes, and I come a-running. Oh man, them things is crazy.
Oh, that was
So that should get us Cletus's truck. Yeah, the pickup truck. Well, time to go home.